Boys, how about now? Can you see me and is the audio fine? Dhanush, is the audio fine or can you see me? What is this, Krishnendu? I was just trying to set this up. Actually, it was just directly from the snap cam. I wanted to bring it to the YouTube. That's why it took some time. Okay, now it's okay. Fine, fine, fine. There are some connection issues. That's why I actually bring the virtual background back to the YouTube. That's why I thought थोड़ा सा time लग गया. थोड़ा सा नहीं, 10 minutes हो गया. So Krishnendu's comment is going to go some places. Bhaiya paisa lagta hai menti mein. Krishnendu will get back to you. I was actually preparing for the class, so I could not take your calls. Okay, good afternoon, boys and girls from 8th. We're going to start with the lesson Judiciary. Sorry for that because I missed a lesson. I thought all my syllabus for the half yearly is complete. I think I missed a chapter Judiciary. Colonialism and city is not there in the history books, so it is kind of like omitted. We can assume that it is not there, but Judiciary is there. So we're going to have the Judiciary chapter starting today. So I know there is some glitch with the pictures. It's not so clear. Doesn't look so very clear, but it looks like I'm sitting in. Yes, history completed. Yes, Achut, history completed. Yeah, it looks like a background of a stadium, right? It's like a football stadium. So, chalo, funny video ho gaya ye. So we'll start with the judiciary. In this chapter, we're going to study about. We know there are three organs in the government, that is legislature, executive, and judiciary. The judiciary we're going to study. Judiciary comes with the line as independent judiciary. How it is independent, why it is independent is what we're going to study in this chapter. Now, before beginning to this chapter, in the previous chapter, we have heard about a word called rule of law. Rule of law, everybody is equal before law, and somebody must be there to actually check this from happening. So that is done by the court or the judiciary, which actually regulates the rule of law. Now, in this today's class, we're going to study about what is the role of judiciary. There are three functions of judiciary. Remember this one because for the exam, you're going to write this one. First is the dispute resolution. The second one is judicial review. The third one would be upholding the law and enforcing the fundamental rights. These three are very important functions of a judiciary. Let's begin with the dispute resolution. Now, if there is a dispute between citizen and a citizen, citizen and a state, state and a center, government comes and asks the court to resolve the conflicts. So the court acts as somebody who resolves the conflict between citizen and citizen, citizen and the state, state versus center, state versus state also possible. Now, what happens with the small things like the laws are made and there is a violation of the law, and the government or a citizen goes to the court looking for justice, and the court resolves the conflict. It can punish for the crimes that we do. You can take any number of cases, Sanjay Dutt holding AK-47 or maybe for drugs. Now, nowadays, the issue is very famous for drugs. People are looking for drugs. So the drugs issue is going on. If they are found to be guilty, the court is going to give them punishment. Then it can be about anything. Like, let's say, dispute resolution about, you might have heard about the Kaveri River issue with the Karnataka and Tamil Nadu, and the resolution was given by the Supreme Court. There is border issue, Belgaum, Maharashtra, Karnataka border issue, again, resolution of the Supreme Court. One is dispute resolution. Second is judicial review. Now, constitution, we know the government follows the constitution. Constitution is a set of rules by which the government is or should be governed. Now, whenever there is a problem, whenever they think constitution interpretation is not going down so well, then the court steps in to interpret the constitution as it should be. And there is a law which is made by the legislature which is against the good interest of the people or against the ideals that have been mentioned in the constitution, Supreme Court or the judiciary can struck the laws down, can bring down the laws, can tell the government to change the laws, amend the laws. This is called judicial review. If the law is violating the ideals of the constitution, court acts as an umpire in the judicial review. Obviously, you might be knowing about the third umpire. The umpire does like this, right? Whenever there is a run out in the cricket game and umpire goes to the TV umpire, the TV umpire has to give in a verdict. So it happens like that. Court acts as an umpire. The thing is upholding the law and fundamental rights. Now, what happens when your fundamental rights are violated? Right to equality, right to freedom, right to speech, right to life, right to religious, right to education. If anything is violated, you can approach the High Court and the Supreme Court. They act as custodian of the fundamental rights and they uphold the law. There is example given in your book about class 7 book. There is a person called Hakim Sheikh, agriculture labor, who fell off from a running train and injured himself, and the hospitals refused to admit him, which is actually the violation of a right to life. Right to health comes under right to life. And the case went to the Supreme Court. West Bengal government had to pay him compensation because he suffered a huge loss. Under the right to life, he had to be paid compensation. And the case is Paschim Banga Khet Mazdoor Samiti versus State of West Bengal, 1996. Paschim Banga Khet Mazdoor Samiti versus State of Bengal, West Bengal in 1996 is the case that I'm referring to. Whenever our rights are violated, fundamental rights are violated, the Supreme Court and the High Court steps in to actually uphold the law and protect our fundamental rights. And where is our Supreme Court? The Supreme Court is in Delhi. Okay, don't worry about numbers. Why you are worried about numbers? 27 हो या 23 हो, क्लास नॉलेज के बारे में सोच. आपको मिलना चाहिए नॉलेज, आपको मिल रहा है ना, तो क्या प्रॉब्लम है? 600 सब्सक्राइब्स हो गया क्या? अरे पार्टी तो बनता है. Now cannot do animation, otherwise I would have done some animation like popping some balloons or like that. Okay, 600. 1000 बनना है, बहुत दूर है हमारा रास्ता अभी भी. Okay, boys, thank you so much. Don't worry about the number. Concentrate on content. Yes, Ayush. 10th के लोग क्या कर रहे हो यहाँ? आयुष, कृष्णेंदु, दोनों यहाँ हैं. Blow balloon now in the live. Oh, I don't have a balloon, my dear. क्या blow करूँगा? I just have to bring some basil in my home and mark it down यहाँ. ऐसा मार देना है बस. Okay, finally the moment happened. Okay, now we'll go for some questions, boys. With the help of your teacher, fill in the blanks in the table below. आपको example बताना है. Type of dispute मैं बताऊंगा, example आपको बताना है. Dispute between center and state. अगर आपने सुना है reality में dispute between center and state, बताओ कौन से ऐसे ये है, मतलब dispute है जो center and state के बीच में है. Okay, Krishnendu, I'll check it out. Okay, I'll check it out. बताओ जल्दी, सेंटर एंड स्टेट के बारे में कौन सा डिस्प्यूट है? कावेरी रिवर डिस्प्यूट, महानदी डिस्प्यूट, महादाई डिस्प्यूट. These are all some of the disputes between center, no, not center and state. They are between center, state to state, center and state. River disputes, center and state. Boys, you might be knowing about Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, the bifurcation of Andhra Pradesh and Telangana. That was a dispute between center and state. State wasn't happy with the bifurcation. Center did the bifurcation. Actually, they were not happy. Then Hyderabad had to be kept as a capital for both of them. So yeah, that is one example you can give. Second one is dispute between two states. River issues. Obviously, river issues is because of that one. River issues is a big example. for dispute between state and state. Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Puducherry, Karnataka, Kaveri issue. Dispute between two citizens. It can be anything. Normally property. भैया ने प्रॉपर्टी नहीं दिया, प्रॉपर्टी का इशू. पापा ने प्रॉपर्टी नहीं दिया, मर्डर. Theft can be anything. Disputes between two people can be anything. Divorce issues, settlements. Laws that are violation of the constitution, like if anybody doesn't admit to school, if anybody doesn't give you the right to equality, treats you like an untouchable, or practices untouchability, discriminates you, these are all violation against the constitution. In that case, the government or you can approach the Supreme Court or the High Court. Yes, child labor also for that one. So that's all, boys. In 10 minutes I just wrapped up. Sorry for the first 10 minutes delay. Technical issues. I don't think this is a very nice picture. The background is nice, but my picture is somewhat like cropped out here. I don't have head anymore, I don't have neck anymore. Looks like not a good picture. You need bright lighting to actually work it. You need bright lighting to make it look like a real picture in the green screen. So it's okay. Thank you, Aisri. West Ham fan, sir. Is it West Ham का ये है क्या? I don't know. मैं तो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड का फैन हूँ, मैं तो वेस्ट हैम का नहीं हूँ. तो फाइन, चलो आज के लिए बस इतना ही. कल हम मिलेंगे दोबारा. तो तब तक आपके लिए गुड बाय एंड टेक केयर.